Minecraft has had RTX for a little while, and my friends and I have built some pretty impressive things. Today we're going to be showing off many of those builds to see how much better they look with RTX.
We are doing the realm tour of the Ghast survival world.
Let's start with one of the most big buildings. Got this thing, which was the first thing I built in the world. It's based off of the first thing I built in the world. It was just a floating sign, but this one's a billboard. This building is the shopping center. This one is interesting because, Nico, where did you go? All right, yeah. What are you, Nico? We're going to look at the first shop, which is my miscellaneous shop. I don't know if it's a general RTX thing, but I do not see banners. Like, I see a banner here, but it's blank. But aside from that, you can see lots of stuff with light sources. Lots of stuff like this blue ice, the end rod, the crying obsidian kind of release light for me. But this shop's purpose is it just sells miscellaneous items. Other shops down here are unclaimed, except for Nico's first shop.
My request shop is where you request things that I don't take anymore. I haven't played in the realm in a while.
It has changed since last time. I think you placed that blue wool.
Exactly.
So it's coming together. If we go up this staircase, you can see this monument, which I made when Minecraft turned 10 years old. Not the world, just Minecraft. Here is my shop, the sushi and steak. And again, the banners are empty for me. So RTX doesn't do hidden lighting because it can't trace the rays through a block. So inside here is pretty dark for me, but for Nico should be better.
Green.
This is the Meat Beat Burger shop. This is Rechl's shop. I don't use RTX aside from like looking at stuff. It does better with outsides, and like if Rechl replaced the ceiling with any light source there, this would look much brighter because currently this is very dark.
It looks like an under construction McDonald's.
Take that for what you will.
Sorry, Rechl.
This is the Golden Forge XP shop, and again, you cannot see the banners. In here, you would take this out, you would put money in here, and you take out this nugget, but there was a bunch of items that ran through here, and they leave their XP if they get sucked out with a hopper. So this one gold nugget actually has a lot of XP in it. And yeah, the rest of this floor is empty, because I don't think Rechl knows this floor exists.
Me too.
This floor is the final floor.
Did you put skulks in here?
Let's start with your shop.
This is my ramen shop. Ramen.
After Nico's ramen shop, we've got... What are you doing?
Looking at the souls.
This is my update shop, and I want to change it with every update. Since 1.19 just came out, I got mud, and I got all the new features to be shown. So here's a mangrove swamp with a mangrove with a boat in a chest. Here is Skulk, as you can clearly hear. I would have maybe put like birch here or a different biome, but instead I decided to go with the red of the mangrove because it looks really different to that. Here's where I would put a frog light, and there I would put a frog light. I haven't gotten those yet, but those would be sold here. Yeah, Nico, what do you think of this shop?
I like it.
All right.
Is that a cow? What is this strip pattern wood?
It's just a gradient.
Is that a frog?
No, it's just a gradient. What?
Oh, it looked like a frog.
This is Rechl's shop. It's a banner shop. Banner shop doesn't really translate well to RTX. What does it look like not in RTX, Nico?
Gay.
This one doesn't work as well because the chests and trapdoors block a lot of the light that would come in.
This is my shop. That's probably really empty right now.
Yeah, this is Nico's block shop. Currently very empty.
I got a lot of wood.
Alright, and then outside, into the sunlight, I wanted to tweak a lot of smaller details, so like I changed and I added more of these. I'd made this curved, which is why there's no building here, because I had to destroy the building. A lot of these buildings, like all of those three, those are the three designs that Grian showed off a while ago in his like how to make a city thing, which inspired me to make this city, but also I don't want the same design a bunch, which previously I did, so I'm changing that. Now it's raining. Destroying that, gonna put a new building in its place, gonna also destroy these eventually. This was something I was working on right up until we were recording, so this is not done yet. It is kind of one of those gardens that are diagonal or just like squares of perfect flowers in places, but then it's a abandoned city, which I don't think I'm doing a good enough job at showing, so I want to show that more. So this is kind of overgrown. What was previously harsh lines of dirt and flowers are all kind of melded together, and that's what I'm gonna go for here. I just haven't finished it yet. These are undecorated for the time being. Like like the roof height is gonna go there, but I haven't put that in. All of these floors are the same because they have not been decorated yet. All right, up here is hot tub and pool that are kind of destroyed. Stuff is kind of spilled, and there is a broken helicopter. It's missing one of the prongs, and that final prong is right down here. That's a car. I think if you've made something good enough where someone can look at it and without explaining it, they can kind of tell what it is, I think that's good enough. Like when Rachel first saw them, Rachel was like, what are those? So continuing along this way, this is, I've just made some slight tweaks to these buildings. This was my base. This building really sells it as being abandoned. I still haven't moved out here. One little thing that I tweaked was I gave these buildings proper backsides finally, whereas before there were just some missing lines of terracotta. All of these buildings are the same as before. This is the cul-de-sac. Here's a nice shot of it with and without RTX. There's also this baby zombified piglin who was a zombie pigman and has been here for so long, but I don't know what I'm gonna do with him. There was a river under here. Oh, this looks weird in RTX. The river wasn't really working out with the lake next to it, and I didn't know how to connect them. So I just put a hard wall here. There's this thing, which we kind of jumped past. This is the Toy Cat Monument, which is when the YouTuber IBX Toy Cat came here and built this.
Hello, I'm IBX Toy Cat.
And if you could please build something here, I'd be honored. You know, actually, let's quickly do that. Okay, so I made myself a nice little thing, just a little memorial to leave here, like a little Toy Cat logo, like nice green.
And then there's a bunch of banners. Nico, tell me what those banners are, because I cannot see them.
Philippines, America, British, Italian. I don't know what this is.
In the middle of the wasteland, which I will explain why it is a wasteland later, there's a vault. If you open the door, then you can go down the broken staircase, and now you're in kind of like a bunker. They're pretty simple. Back here, this was originally our base, so there's still some weird remnants of it from my room and a friend's room who's no longer with us. But then if you go down to our mob grinder, where there's a zombie spawner up there, it's not a good XP farm, but it works. There's also little man here. He's glowing. He's also got no sleeves for some reason. Let's fly out this way into the wasteland, and you can see why it is a wasteland. This is kind of like a mini version of the Chernobyl sarcophagus, which is a thing they built over the Chernobyl disaster, which I just find interesting. But then this one failed at being completed, and it's partially destroyed. And a construction equipment that fell. This actually looks really different with and without RTX. For me, it looks completely normal, but I actually made the back of most of these blocks stairs. It looks like it's glowing. Particle accelerator's explosion made this perfect spherical explosion in the ground, and then that perfect spherical explosion leaked waste everywhere, which is why this river doesn't exist and why it's a wasteland. Going along here, there's a fallen building that's supported by this building. There is the Lag Cafe. It's this nice mossy building with this chill area to sit down. Someone keeps flipping the trap doors. And there's even a bee here. So there's some graffiti. This one was partially painted over. Nico, where are you?
What?
Okay, then.
What?
Whoa. Okay, so inside here, what do you see? Because this is kind of dark and very green, because all the glass is green. These glow. Oh, so there's a frog here. And he's gone. Oh, there he is. There's this building, which houses my dripstone farm, sheep farm, and honey farm. This is the museum. So there's different trails you can follow. There is a bunch of pandas. They kept rolling into the walls and somehow clipping through. So I put water, bless you, so they can't escape. Down here is an aquarium. You actually can't see that well inside these. But Nico, what can you see inside of each of these?
Fish.
Here's a touch tank. I think a lot of the fish despawned, if I remember. So this is not done, so you can kind of see out. There's gonna be more fish tanks here. This leads to the planetarium. Now, Nico, you're gonna have to guide me because I can see nothing.
I am the planets. I am the planets. Those coral fans, those are the stars.
The coral fans are the asteroid belt.
Global warming. Great job, Ghast.
What is the glowy blue? Us. This is all I can see, just the us. I cannot see, Nico.
Plant is not a planet, apparently. Pluto is also not a planet. It's a dwarf planet.
This way, this way. I'm free! This building, which I also want to replace because I didn't know this, buildings on diagonals just kind of have a foundation that does that. Like you see a bit more on one side and a bit less. I thought the whole building was slanted, equal to the slant of the hill.
Gas.
And this houses my melon and pumpkin farm.
Did you say melanin?
Melon and pumpkin farm. These are some rich people houses.
I'm a rich people now.
Right now, there's no interiors. There is, however, a pool outside. It's got lots of stuff growing in it. This really big, nice balcony, which actually looks really cool in RTX. This one is a lot the same as the other one, but I kind of like the inside of this one more. This is a parlor, a barber shop. That's the word. It's a barber shop. You've got a nice mirror effect that's not a mirror, and it's also too stubby. But this one is a candy shop. Inside here, it sells not actually candy. It sells wool and honey for me. Nico, what are these banners? I cannot see the banners.
B.
This is a pet shop. So inside here, see, there's a lot of hidden lighting in this one. This was foxes, but again, they despawned.
RTX is gonna like this one.
This is, actually, this looks really nice. This is a place for some shulkers with some fake lava. And Nico, how did you react to that lava last time?
This is the pet shop. Inside here.
That was lava, and I thought I was about to fall in. I want to talk about it.
And then there's double doors, so you're way less likely to accidentally let the pets out. Inside here was tadpoles. This is where they'll go after the next update, so stuff from like the update shops move into my other shops after. This is the plant shop. This has been my screensaver since I got the computer. Really like this place. I think all the lights for the plants really help. And these mushrooms, they grew here and then grew onto that staircase, and I think that's cool, and I'm keeping that. In the walls there's a couple of plant stuff for sale. Just a very nice plant themed building. This is the top to the plant shop, and down there was 2 robots, one that was broken, and the robots water the plants. All their plants have died. It's a stark contrast to the very lush below. So this is the D&D bar using the new Nether blocks. This does not sell anything. This is the barber shop, and that shop aren't really shops. So this is supposed to be like a place, like an internet cafe, but exclusively for D&D. Here's this really crappy little window, which I think I added after the fact, just because the way that wall worked out. And then going through here with a desk and a bathroom that follows an awkward hallway. I added this whole back. Here's just some trash. This building, I don't have much to say about, aside from there's a lot more I want to do with this one to make it feel more abandoned. This floor is empty, because I haven't done it yet. This floor is empty. I have plans for it. This place is much older than every other building intentionally. It's like a pawn shop, but if you go down here, past the trash bag and the grave, and this like, not a fake grave, but this is like a heavy stone thing that has been moved and left ajar. I don't know how to organize it, so right now I just have the whole creative inventory, or as much of it as I've gotten to. And I've also got the new blocks, and I also have to figure out how to move stuff around. Also, there's this like dirty pond with some, not bamboo, not, what is it called? Cat's tails in it. This is a nice little cave with glow lichen, and this looks actually really cool in RTX. The glow lichen grows in frequency, kind of like Skulk, but this was before Skulk. But then you can see down there a little snippet of cave covered in the stuff. There's also this little bit of forest, which I want to expand to all of this, but that's gonna take a while. I added some streetlights here, this road, which goes both curvy and uppy. Here's the other side of the museum. This actually looks really nice right now with the lighting. This is just a nice brown building. I wanted to use this weird shade of brown. I also want to tweak a bit because this is the same like green design building. And whereas this building over here, stay where you are, this building here didn't fully collapse. This one completely collapsed. And you can see, first of all, this lake. This building completely collapsed into this one. So we got to here. There's this big granite building. It's kind of like the one that Corrales designed, but I made some tweaks to it. Across from this is a nice little Pokemon gym that kind of matches the one, I'm forgetting the name of it, Castelia City from Pokemon Black and White. And inside, so here's a combi, but then it's also a maze. So up here, there is a spinner rack. In here, you get these boots called Spider Riders, and you get to ride powdered snow. This is weird in RTX. But with boots, you can climb this and then get to the top. Alright, at the top, there's apparently no natural light, but up here is the Pokemon Venipede. Inside, the Pokemon Swadloon, which Nico is on top of. That is the only billboard, or it was until I made this, which is advertising salmon, which is BIG. So coming down here is some subway, and this one mirrors the one in the Nether, and I built it later. And then this is a subway line. It's not complete, and it's pretty short because it only runs to the sewer, which is...
It kicked me too.
Oh, That's not that bad because we were just showing stuff off. And ignoring realms being realms, there is this big brick building which overlooks the lake that I built a while ago. There's this land which I just haven't done anything with. And what? Nico, your body is funky. Nico, your body is funky. Alright, we're gonna live with Funky Chunky Nico. You've got 2 heads. I've made a little frog farm over here. This is just where I first found frogs and I bred them.
You're escaping.
It's nothing too special. Now the elephant in the room.
Your mom.
This building and this building, it's weird, it's got curves. This one took a while. It's got a weird shape. It's got ancient debris trees because I wanted to flex and I didn't know what else to use ancient debris for. And it's got this nice pathway that you can run along as you're entering it. You've got this tree, which uses a lot of weird fun blocks to get some nice green gradients going.
Why is there a zombie head?
So a lot of people use like custom red heads as apples. I can't do that, so I used zombie heads as like just green. Instead of taking that long path, there's like a little bit of brush that's been cut here. The inside is not done. This building doesn't have as much of a story.
Mine.
It's just a cool building using nether brick and spruce and dark oak. Inside is empty. I want there to be one more building here that kind of goes diagonally from there to there. This is CC's theater. He is a friend of ours. Nico, read what the banners say, because to me, I just see a bunch of white banners.
The Croods. Ticket bro. Movie people?
Wicker people.
Thicker people?
It kind of looks like one of the buildings from Good Times with Scars Hermitcraft, because I really like the look of that. It takes the general shape, different palette. So Nico, read to me what the banners say.
Thicket poof.
Alright, here is popcorn. That actually looks really cool. I also pulled this cool effect, like a light effect, but without RTX. Black floor gets darker black as you go up the elevator. Here is a movie screen. Hey Nico, wanna watch a movie?
Hello everybody, I am the Ghast King 332, and today I'll be doing a tour of the realm on all the things that are here. So, basics of this is the realm, and things are on it.
Hi everyone, Nick Dog back with another video, and today I'm just making a quick announcement. I haven't been uploading as much. Subscribe to Ghast instead of me. 3 working brain cells.
And then here, there's not anything else, because I'm not really sure how to stack multiple theaters with that current design I used. This is the Nintendo building, based off the Nintendo of New York building that I went to. This actually looks really cool on RTX. It looks kind of weird, because it almost looks like a Minecraft in real life. Oh, all the lights turned off. Oh, what does Kirby look like to you? Because Kirby to me, these are supposed to be shelves. They're empty. I haven't put any item frames. There's various Nintendo stuff on the wall. A lot of those buildings were more exciting. Like, those are new, and I had more to say about a lot of the other ones. I made all of these during the April Fool thing. These two I made a little while ago. There's this building and this building, which I made out of copper stairs. More of the street lights. This one has fallen over because it's under a block, so it actually would always be on. So I adapted, and I had this one be fallen on the floor and broken. These are just mangrove trees that I've planted. To get mud, you hit dirt with a water bottle. Refilling that water bottle is really tedious. So I flooded a mountain, and then I'd hit the dirt with the water bottle, and I'm gonna fully destroy the mountain, and I was going to do that anyway, but I thought, why not get a lot of mud out of it? So then I have a nice blank canvas, essentially, for building buildings. But this way, going up into my house with RTX, powdered snow actually looks much better. So yeah, going up here, it's supposed to be like a Ghast helipad, and I want to put an actual helicopter there, but this one has a crown on it, and if you push this button, it opens up 2 sets of piston doors. That's how you get into my house. This place is basically just storage. This is an item sorter that I want to change. Very quickly after I made this design from Silent Whisper, Silent Whisper came out with a new, better design. I mean, I don't need to, but I want to, and I'll get more storage out of it. Down here is bulk storage, so like, this is dirt. I don't need all of these wired up to hoppers. This is sand and sandstone and various blocks that I have a lot of. But then coming back up, this is new. I made like a fancy, modern-looking staircase. But for the time being, I have a sign, which I can't read. Is there any text on this sign, or did the sign delete its text?
No sign.
This is like bulk random storage. So like, Here's all the new sculk blocks. Here is blaze rods and diamond armor. Also, all of this is mud that I got from that hill over there. With mud, to craft it into packed mud and then mud bricks, you need wheat. So here's just like a semi-automatic wheat farm. And that is why I have wheat here to craft with the mud. I believe that is everything. I'm just gonna do one flyby of the terrain here. I'm unhappy with this hill, so I don't know what to do about it. Nico, go to the Nether. I think we're done with my base.
Yeah, okay.
Whoa. You can see a map of everything. This is today. This is New Year's Eve 2021. This is New Year's Eve 2020. This is New Year's Eve 2019. This is New Year's Eve 2018. This is a guide to the subway and the old version before I revised it. So there's this big hub room. That is the red route. That is the green route. That is not marked. And this is the orange route. This is the Nether route to Nico's base. This looks really cool. I overshot it. Following blue would lead to the monument. Following orange would lead to Nico's base. This is Nico's base, so I'm gonna let Nico do the explaining.
It's a fishing village. There's gonna be docks and stuff over there. Ghast built me this thing. There's creepers over here that surprisingly has not despawned. I think it's because we named them, but I don't know. This is my original setup. I don't know why it was like this. I think I tried to make like a dragon egg. Oh yeah, look at that cool thing called a clock tower. Oh, ah! I did it. This part I like a lot. It's like a little pond. You go in the little pond, there's like a little cave that, oh yeah, there's a coral reef here actually. In my base, it's on top of a mountain and I have a lot of sheeps here. Here's my bee farm. I like my bee farm. I'm gonna make it into a dome. Wait, will frogs eat my bees?
Nope, they just eat magmas.
Over here's my storage room.
You just cut out. What was that?
Let me show you my turtle room. My turtles! My turtles! I used to be able to hide from my turtles.
So this is Nico's chest storage room.
And then down here is my base.
Ooh, this actually looks really cool with all the sea lanterns under the glass.
Yeah, I actually built this when I had shaders on. That fence actually is supposed to be an anvil, but I was too lazy. This is my enchanting room. I don't do much enchanting anymore, so.
This is Nico's cool ravine, which is a bunch of natural land bridges.
Yep. So basically, this is my armory. There's just armor pieces everywhere, scattered. And then over here is my treasure room. There used to be a elytra there, but I gave my elytra to Rechl, which she lost. Here are just my stuff. I have netherite here too, ancient debris.
A lot of iron.
And then over here was my furnace room, which I'm gonna remodel.
Previously, this was just a room that showed off. Yeah, it's still back there. It showed off a jack-o'-lantern and a torch.
This is gonna be my storage room. For people who are new here, there is a room in Woodland Mansions that are like boxing rooms, and that's basically what I'm trying to replicate here.
Oh yeah, and then this was another hill. There was a gap down the middle with a river. Nico asked me to fill it over.
My room! Anyways, come over here first. I'm a redstone master. Ready, guys? 3, 2, no. Use it!
It's 2 levers, and one of them turns off one more light.
Shush, guys. This is my kitchen, and then this is my dress, and then this is my flags. Oh, you can't see it.
Nope, I see purple and red banner, and I was gonna ask about that. What is this, Nico?
This is my bed.
It's a nice bed. This is Nico's ocean monument that he found. Do you want to explain why the perimeter is way too large?
Because I'm dumb. That is the only explanation. I am foolish and I am young.
So Nico, how much work have... Oh, your head, Nico, again. How much work have you done on this?
Nothing. An okay amount, but Ghast did a lot of it.
This is kind of like an ancient inverted Mayan temple. This actually looks pretty cool with RTX, but it's a little bit undetailed. At the bottom is this kind of like destruction, kind of like a black hole, but not actually a black hole. There used to be a village here. There's a lot of dirt in these chests that I'm gonna make hills out of. This is Rechl's base, and Rechl's not here to explain her base. So Nico, I want to hear your explanation.
Rechl's base, there's a Christmas tree from Christmas time where we exchange gift.
And Rechl wanted it to stay.
Alright, so Ghast decided to breed a bunch of cats from Phineas and Ferb. disgusting.
Rachel has 2 cats in real life that she named Phineas and Ferb. You can breed someone else's cats. Like, if I wake them up with a water bucket and then I breed them, the offspring will still be Rachel's. So I bred a bunch of cats that are Rachel's. This actually looks really cool. That way that sunbeam works with that facing window. So this is Rachel's storage room. Explain this.
Hi everyone, it's Rachel here with my cellar. I don't like it.
Rachel's gathering a lot. Rachel plants on building. Back here is a garden with some bees. This is, there's no easy way to get into it. All right, Rachel, good design. This is a nice little pond with 2 frogs in it and a frog spinning in the bottom. This actually looks really nice with RTX.
Where are you?
All right, 2nd floor, Rachel's base.
Rachel's room. I am a vegan and I have crystals and woohoo. Also an aquarium with an axolotl named Perry that Nico gave me.
Here's a stack of diamonds, Nico.
Steal it. I put it back. Upstairs is where my nether portal is. This is my crafting table.
I'm so... Nico, that's an enchanting table. I mean, sorry. Rachel, that's an enchanting table.
Enchanting table. Here's my portal because I'm fancy like that. I'm a scholar. I hate it.
So everybody, this has been Ghast.
And Nico. And Rachel!
You are the worst yet. You have no head. Your head is disconnected.
I'm going to the Philippines tomorrow. Goodbye.